Hello and welcome to the Meet Our Team video series. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to one of our talented team members who plays a crucial role in driving our company forward. As the Director of Business Development in Oceania and Southeast Asia, Callum Sheehan brings a wealth of experience and expertise to our team. And I'm really excited to have the opportunity to chat with him and learn more about his background, his work, and his insights from Sri Lanka. So, without further ado, let's dive in and get to know Callum. Hey, Callum, I'm really excited to have you on this call to get to know a little bit more about you. So if you don't mind starting with telling us a little bit about yourself and your role within the team.
Yeah, sure, Theo. Same here. It's so nice to meet you. My role in the team is basically I am the director for business development, and I'm looking at the Oceania and the Southeast Asian region at this stage. And basically, I've been in the vocational education trade for 20 odd years in New South Wales. I'm based in Sydney, Australia. My roots are from Sri Lanka. So, my mom and dad, they migrated from Sri Lanka. Same time, I was fascinated about the blockchain technology. I got into blockchain technology around, say, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And met Dan in the Shelley conference. Was fascinated about Cardano and how Charles Hoskinson was moving this whole stake pools and everything. These new concepts that come up through Cardano. And I've also been in the SPO. So it's been a nice journey till now for BD as well.
Yeah, it was really exciting to find out that you're a fellow SPO into the Cardano ecosystem earlier before we start recording. Do you want to tell us a little bit about like how you got involved with zenGate, and what made you actually make that decision to become a part of this team?
Yeah, sure. As I mentioned, I was working with in a way with the projects with Cardano, and where Cardano business development in IOG business development was led by in my division was led by basically by Daniel Friedman. So I used to work with Daniel and Tala Prism as team, so a Tala team, very closely because we were doing a project in related to Sri Lankan fintech industry and how we can integrate fintech into blockchain, sort of a trial run to see whether it's going to work or not. So actually, I was linked with Dan during that time. So when Dan got this concept of zenGate, he approached me and he said, well, you know what, Callum, we do all these multi-billion-dollar business profiles and everything with the huge, large companies and organizations, because we were dealing with basically with Sri Lankan banks, and those are large organizations. But what about the SMEs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the small and medium, and all these businesses that relies on that got the magnitude of world businesses as well. So how can we help them? So Daniel's heart was in the right side, I should say, in a way to help people like Charles Hoskinson. And I was fascinated about Charles because he wanted to go to Africa, where no one wants to go somewhere like that. And same thing with Daniel. He had I should say, his heart on the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And that what passionated me to say yes to Daniel and then started this team. And I should say it's been some time now, and the journey's been amazing with the team, with Daniel and Sam, and probably you guys all met Sam, and it's been amazing. Yes.
This is really exciting. Learning about your background actually, it's it gives a lot of depth to the things that you've done and the experience that you've got through all those years. Now, if I may ask you, like, Because I know that you've been in Sri Lanka, like you said, you've been kind of like running the operation there on the ground, talking with people on a pretty much day-to-day basis. What is the reception of the people in Sri Lanka when you talk to them about Palmyra, about blockchain technology and the solutions that we're bringing to them to their day-to-day life?
One word: extraordinary. Right. We've been in Sri Lanka before, and I think we've seen a previous podcast with you, with Daniel and Sam. And Daniel been fascinated, amazingly amazed with the reception that we got. Now, what we see every time in blockchain technology and throughout my time with the crypto is that I've noticed that most of the companies comes in and we hear these headlines and everything, but actual practicality, is it actually there in the ground level? Mm-hmm. Now you go in zenGate, we actually cater the ground level. We cater the local nuances. We talk to people, actual people, whether it's going to be someone from a farmer to the factory to a level of a trader, right? Mm-hmm. So when we talk to these people, the need of this sort of a platform like Palmyra into that sort of a country has been amazing. They really embrace this and they really want this in that. So the reception was really good. And given the financial crisis that Sri Lanka is going at this stage, they were especially the business community was really enthusiastic and happy to get this sort of a thing on board. So the reception was enormous, amazing.
What is that you find interesting and exciting at the same time about the blockchain technology, like we said, the real life solutions that we're bringing to people's lives, and more specifically for Sri Lanka?
I'm glad you asked that, Theo, because I remember my first transaction from blockchain, buying a coffee, right? Mm-hmm. From a coffee shop. And this was in the bear market in 2018-19 period. But still, I got my crypto card and I went and bought something. I was like so excited.
It was a proud
moment.
And
I was like, that's my first actually application from blockchain into real life. Mm-hmm. Because rather than trading and all these things, it's amazing. Yeah. From that to this has been amazing because we're using the distributed ledger technology, which is blockchain technology, to address the needs of the current situations, like the traceability component, right? Which is really important because that's something from a buyer's point of view is whoever's buying a commodity like tea, if someone's buying, or a consumer that we can say as someone who's buying a tea would like to know where this product comes from, right? You can go and view the actual factory. Where is it? Where is it in Sri Lanka? Or it's in the high hill mountains of here and whatever. And you can visit that place as well. You see, the practicality is amazing because there's tea tourism as well. So we're in a way supporting not just the commodity itself, but we're also supporting the tea tourism or the tourism behind it as well. Well, anyone who buy that product can always go back to that specific location and find out where my tea is made out of. See how and the security that blockchain technology provides for a specific commodity is enormous. Like, because you can't find any other given technology to provide that sort of a security level as well, which all of you may know. So yeah, that's been that. It is, I think, the practicality of this product to actually to a given person or given entity in Sri Lanka has been enormous.
So, Callum, do you mind telling us a little bit more, given your experience and the fact that you've been on the ground in Sri Lanka and you've talked with the business owners, but at the same time, you've also talked with people from the government of Sri Lanka. So what is the reception from them when you tell them about Palmyra?
The reception from the government has been amazing because our chief guest was Mr. Lohan Ratwat, the state minister for plantation. We're also going to meet with the plantation minister with the workshops that we're having in Galle. So the excitement from the government sector has been amazing as well. from the ministries to the tea board, which is the regulator for tea as well. And of course, the factory owners association. We have an MOU with the factory owners association, which which shows everyone actually a solid connection to all these authorities and how much they would appreciate Palmyra and zenGate in this specific scenario. And I'm happy to announce that zenGate got its own entity in Sri Lanka as well. So we got zenGate Sri Lanka, zenGate SL, which also links with the Sri Lankan bodies and Sri Lankan governments and all the other organizations.
That's amazing. It excites me a lot to hear about all that stuff from you. I'll hit you with the last question. It's more of a, wishing, dreaming, but at the same time being realistic. How would you imagine zenGate and Palmyra in 3 years' time from now?
Oh, the applications are enormous. So I think we're going to be huge because this is just, and I always say to Sri Lankans as well, and any other person that I meet and I discuss about zenGate, which I'm really passionate about, is that moving forward, this is just one pilot that we run. We ran a pilot. We're running a pilot in regards to gold in Thailand, and we're very excited about the prospects that we have in the commodities section. And SAARC region is our next goal. So that includes India and Pakistan, India, Bangladesh and other countries as well. And then moving forward, there are other countries that we're looking into like Mongolia and other countries as well, which is, and of course, we're going to bring back to Oceania, which is Australia and New Zealand, right? So look, okay, so to answer your question, in 3 years, 4 years time, we're looking at a global platform of a commodities DEX, decentralized exchange happening with an enormous potential and probably with more features for the clients. And if we go through, actually, I think Sam Lambert has gone through with the UX, and I've seen some videos from you as well, about the application and what we present. So you see, these are the rough skeleton part that you see at the moment and what you see now. Future is enormous and there's great potential. I'm looking forward.
You're literally giving me goosebumps now that you said those things, and I myself super excited to see what the future is going to bring to all of us. Callum, I wanted to thank you so much for this awesome interview and conversation that we had. I learned a lot from you. I know for sure our community is going to learn a lot of information about you, your background, your role, and your vision about Palmyra and zenGate Global as a whole. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm really looking forward to talk to you again pretty soon.
Thank you very much for having me, Theo. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.